Welcome back to OK and Beyond. Yesterday we set off on a new adventure, which also meant that we needed to de-winterize the RV from winter storage. So real quick, here was our checklist for our 2020 Tiffin Road Open Road 36 UA. Also, just a note, I use compressed air on all the lines and antifreeze in the P-traps and drains. We started off by shutting off all faucets and the lower line valves. Then we reconnected the water line to the ice maker. We turned the propane on along with the Truma at the outside and the inside panel, along with putting the filter back into the Truma and the water filter back into the wet bay. Then we checked all air pressure, battery fluid levels. We set up the flat toe and then confirmed all air pressure and braking systems on our indicators were correct. So we made it into West Monroe, Louisiana to our harvest host just before dark, and then we woke up to this beautiful small vineyard this morning in sunrise. Now on to Pensacola, Florida. Are you ready, babe?
Yeah!
Here we go.
It's so boring to run out of coffee anyway.
All right, here we are at Fort Pickens, just outside of Pensacola Beach, Florida. We were told by a couple at the RV park that this is a place we've got to try out today. That they have a lot of dungeons and places for kids to go with flashlights to see if they can mix a little bit of history with also having a good time. What do you guys say?
Yes!
I don't believe you.
I'm a little bit scared, but mostly not. This is what it looks like on like You're awesome. No. Don't jump down there. You can't get up back up. I want to go up there. But I'm not going farther. I can barely get up here. I see a backpack. pile to get up.
Okay, so we just completed Fort Pickens National Park, which I just found out 5 minutes ago. It's a national park, which makes number 2 completed on our list of national parks in the United States. Stacy, what'd you think? 5 and 8-year-old boy, 38-year-old and 27-year-old male. Does it fit the criteria for those people?
Yes, I thought it was really good. I thought it was very educational. It had little tunnels that the boys like to crawl around in with their flashlights, and just overall very, very good.
So guys, what would you say for 5 and 8-year-old kids, boys and girls? Would Fort Pickens be a place to go?
Yes.
All right.
100%.
100%. You heard it here. So we probably should call this segment Newbie Mistakes. However, I feel like these issues will far outrun my classification as a newbie. So let's call it Shoulda Woulda. Shoulda Woulda put a charging circuit for my flat toe braking system on my Jeep. When we had the braking system installed at my local RV dealer, they said, don't worry, it won't drain the battery of the Jeep through the 12-volt charger. As we're getting gas 40 miles outside of Pensacola, and I go to start my Jeep to charge the battery a little bit just to be safe, completely dead after a 7-hour drive. So I thought, well, just to be safe, maybe it's a good idea if Stacy rides in the Jeep as we pull it behind the RV pulling into Pensacola, just to be safe. But that was met with mild resistance from my wife. So we pulled into Pensacola Beach RV Resort, and we had a pull-in spot, which they recommended we go ahead and pull in with the Jeep behind the RV, and that they would give us a jump. So after multiple jumps, boosting it, and a full trickle charge, the battery was completely fried. And this is where the story does become positive, because we have insurance through CoachNet. So I called CoachNet, not even knowing if this would be a qualifying scenario for coverage, and it was. And so they actually sent someone out in the middle of the night with a new battery, and the total charge of that was, I believe the bill was $350. The great part is CoachNet picked up $200 of the $350 charge, leaving us just $150 for the new battery, and all of our problems solved. So a big thumbs up, okay, shout out, whatever, to CoachNet, and then coming through with great customer service and following through with great service. Okay, so we're just now heading out from Pensacola Beach, Florida, and I must say, I think Pensacola Beach gets a bad rap, because I thought it was a pretty good place.
That's good.
So the place where we stayed was the Pensacola Beach RV Resort. This place was right on the bay side, but also walkable to the Gulf side. So one day we walked across the street, walked down to the Gulf, had a nice stroll on the beach. We went all the way down to the pier.
And then realized that we needed money to walk down the pier, which we did not take on our hands walk.
So I didn't have my wallet, but just know if you do walk the pier, which I understand is a pretty good little stroll and worth doing, make sure you have $1.25 per person for entry to get access to the pier. So back at the RV Resort, I will start off by saying this. It is kind of pricey. At least $70 a night to stay, but it has full amenities, heated pool, a nice beach right there on the bay side.
The playground on the beach has lounge chairs for your use.
It's a great area for kids to ride bikes or to ride scooters. And I must say also, something that I find that I didn't think I would find is that I kind of don't mind the community feel.
I agree.
Yeah. So that's a little bit unexpected. So as far as Pensacola as a whole, we already talked about Fort Pickens and us visiting Fort Pickens. But outside of that, what I really liked about Pensacola was tons of public beach access where you don't have to pay to park like a lot of other beaches. For kiteboarding, it would be phenomenal. It's just I didn't have a ton of wind during this trip. I had a little bit, but you could just go all over the place, whether it's Bayside or Gulf side, and have a great time with tons of beach access. Restaurants very proximal to the RV resort were really good. A number of activities.
Right. One night we walked down to the lighted boat parade.
The lighted boat parade, and I say that was a failure on our part. We didn't make it through the cold. So the only footage we have of the lighted boat parade is just you and the kids freezing.
Right.
And no videos of boats and no videos of lights.
That's right.
So yesterday was the Surfer Santa Christmas parade, which took part right in front of the RV resort. And I must say, I wasn't able to attend this parade because I was a little bit under the weather. But the kids did attend the parade, and
it was really fun. It was a great parade. One of our neighbors in the RV resort gave us a grocery bag, and I didn't understand why until the parade began and people were throwing out candy, stuffed animals, tons of beads, beaded necklaces, stuff. So
horse feces.
Yes, we did see that. So we ended up with a huge bag full of stuffed animals and balls and candy and beads. And the boys had a great time. It was fun.
So Pensacola as a whole, as well as Pensacola Beach RV Resort, you would say was really good.
It was good.
Would you like to rate it?
But I like to rate it.
Stacy's articulating scale.
0 to 37 stars. How many stars would you give it?
30.
30 out of 37 stars. That's not bad. Sounds good. The only negative I can even think about is on our exit today as we're departing, we go over one single bridge and the toll was almost $12. That's ridiculous. All right. So we had a great time. I guess we'll see you next time on OK
And beyond.